I have done something truly despicable, and I can only apologise. What's up everyone, it's Average Ol, making average content for the average viewer, and don't worry, I haven't abused an animal on stream or filmed a dead guy in Japan. I actually offered Logan Paul a high five once, he just left me hanging. God, that meme is so dead, but as soon as you stop being a teenager, relevant trends literally take a year to reach you. Anyway, I have a video for you today that I didn't actually think I'd ever make, but Battlefield content is honestly drier than a nun's Rivita. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if that one works that well. I'm sure nuns have butter or something. But you know me, I'm lazy, so it stays in the video. Before I get on with the video, I'd just like to ask you guys to leave a like if you enjoy this content and let me know in the comments the sorts of videos you'd like to see from me. And if you're new around here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So, with the boring stuff out of the way, let's get on with it, shall we? Since I started playing Battlefield 5, I've noticed two things in particular. The first being that I get killed a lot by people using MMGs, and the second is that people who are lying down are harder to spot than a condom on the Jeremy Kyle show. Like seriously, is there some secret perk for the support class where you are automatically given Harry Potter's invisibility cloak if you lie down? I've been playing this game for a while now, and this issue hasn't seemed to go away. Day after day, I'm getting killed by people with chameleon levels of camouflage skills. Now this isn't something that I actually hate about the game, as this sort of playstyle can be fairly easily countered, and it's not like a whole team of people all lying down not moving is actually going to make them win, but it is still something that I find quite annoying. So, I was playing a few games minding my own business when it just happened one too many times, so I thought, why not just try it out? I mean, it must be fairly fun if so many people do it, and my KD probably would thank me if I managed to claw back a few cheap kills. So, like an angry stepdad at a children's party, I thought, if I can't beat them, I'll join them. So I'll admit, I haven't given the support class anywhere near enough love. I get that it's actually a very useful class, but most of my time has been spent playing either the assault class or the medic, as my playstyle tends to lean more towards running and gunning and generally being quite aggressive. I actually think that the support class can be really good, and to be honest, I'm really looking forward to unlocking the Lewis gun, as it honestly looks like that thing shreds. So, we will see. The support class might turn out to be one of my favourites soon. This does mean, however, that the only MMG that I had to use was the MG34, which apparently isn't the best gun in the class, but I would make it work somehow. So my goal was to see how well I could do playing like some of these people who have caused me so much rage in the past. And how hard could it be? I mean, if it's such a newbie tactic, I should be fine, shouldn't I? And I mean, yeah, I got a few kills, but my god, I was not prepared for how goddamn boring it would be. I tried to lie down, but honestly couldn't camp in one place for more than like 30 seconds at most. It is genuinely such a real skill to be able to just play dead in a bush for a whole fucking game, just on the off chance that some people will run in front of the barrel of your gun. So yeah, I guess I do have to take my hat off to these guys for being able to do this every game. My best guess is that the people who play like this are also watching Netflix and playing a different game on a second console just to stay entertained. So it didn't take me long before I just had to stand up and start pushing like I normally would. Needless to say, this didn't exactly end too well, as the sprint out time is so slow and you can't ADS on the run, which meant that I was left being about as useful as a urinal made purely of sugar. I just found it really hard to find the middle ground between running and gunning and getting killed, and staying still and getting bored to death. So I decided that actually there is a fairly nice skill gap here, to use these guns in a way that is useful and effective for your team while still having fun. The playstyle of the MMG actually requires a hell of a lot of foresight and good positioning. Similarly to what I said in my sniping video, you need to position yourself above or near a high traffic area and constantly be repositioning yourself so you don't get picked off by some sniper. So yeah, I have realised that this playstyle does have its merits. However, and this is a big however, The average player that I come across that is killing me and making me more frustrated than Theon in a whorehouse isn't playing with these guns with this level of thought and finesse. The average player is actually something that has polarised the first-person shooter community for years. They are your run-of-the-mill, filthy fucking campers. Also known as the skid mark on the underwear of video games. You will find these people in every game that has dark corners and high ledges. The camping pandemic is something that has been with us since the inception of the online multiplayer game and will surely be with us until the end of time. Campers are a subsection of the community that I know people have hated since I started playing Call of Duty 4. I've never known a playstyle that gets so much hate as these guys. At this point, it must feel like they are carrying this huge secret with them that they can't tell anyone because they fear that they will be rejected and banished to live on the fringe of society. They'd probably rather tell their parents that they were paedophiles. Ooh, maybe that was a bit much. So, I really just wanted to try and get into the mindset of these campers and really find out what makes them tick. Is it the fact that they love to be hated and they love getting a kick out of annoying people? Or maybe they're just all scared and they don't want to run out into the open because they are worried that if they get caught off guard, they might just piss their little tiny camper pants. Or maybe they only have one hand and one finger on said hand, so that they can literally only press one button at a time, so camping is the only viable tactic that they can actually use. Whatever it was, I was determined to find out for myself. So again, I loaded into a game with the sole intention of staying in one place the whole time without moving. And I have to say, I just can't get on with it. No matter how hard I try, I have to run, I have to push, I have to flank. So what does that say about me? Am I actually not good at camping? And if so, does that mean that when I get killed by someone who is camping, am I actually just jealous that they can do something that I can't? Do I secretly wish that I could just set up a little bivvy, light a little campfire and sing Kumbaya whilst waiting for people to run past me twice a fucking game? I just don't know anymore. What started out as a fun idea for a video that was aimed at taking the piss out of people who camp actually turned out to be quite a profound and prolific experience where I questioned my whole view system on camping. Are campers actually the most patient and skilled players in the game? Should we all become campers? And if people realise this, will there be a sudden increase in people watching streams of just people sat in a fucking bush not moving on the off chance that they get to kill some poor sod who accidentally walked into their line of sight? And the answer to these questions is a simple one. Of course fucking not. Camping isn't a high skill strategy, it is purely just annoying, and anyone who enjoys just lying down and ruining everyone's day needs to take a long hard look in the mirror and ask themselves what exactly it is that the world has done to make them such a boring and plain ass hole. So yeah, my journey taught me this if nothing else. If you feel like just lying in one place for a whole match, you are just as likely to get the same amount of enjoyment from simply staring at a blank wall for a couple of hours. At least that way you aren't actively annoying everyone else in the server, from the people who you were killing to the people in your squad who are spawning on you lying there completely out of the action. Anyway, that's about all I have to say on this. I will just add that I actually don't have a problem with people playing a game in whatever way they like. This is all just a bit of fun, and to be honest, everyone who plays the game has spent their hard-earned cash on it, so they should be entitled to play however they choose. Besides, if we didn't have anyone lying down and killing us from the bushes, then we wouldn't have that sweet feeling of going back to these guys and promptly shoving a fire axe into the base of their skull. And yeah, is there really a sweeter feeling than that? Before I go, I just want to thank all of you that actually watch these videos all the way to the end. I had a look and my videos now have a watch time of over 11,000 minutes, which to be honest just seems completely crazy that you lot have listened to my nerdy farmer voice for all that time. But it's just amazing, so thank you guys. This brings me on to my next point. If you are still watching this, then that means I haven't bored you yet, which is nuts in itself. So I'd like you to comment down below where you first found out about me or heard about my channel, as I'd really like to know the best ways of getting my videos out there. Anyway, I've been going on long enough. I just want to say thanks to all of you and tell your friends about me. That's it for today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.